First and foremost, this is not in any way meant to be sacrilegious or to insult anyone or to impugn or be disrespectful to any faith. I want to ask a very serious question. And you don't have to be a part of this if you don't want to, but based upon what you know and what you believe, would God vote Democratic or Republican? What would God say? Again, without being too anthropomorphic to the point of being disrespectful, and that's not my intention. I believe God would say, I'm not crazy about your position on war. I'm against war. Point well taken. Okay? So, let's talk about right to life, which is subsumed under the category of respect for life. Respect life. Okay? Now that can get real tricky sometimes, but let's just go for the first one. Let's talk about innocent life. Let me let you fill in the blanks. Innocent life. You might be able to explain, war might be construed as self-defense. All right. Okay. All right. Capital punishment. Well, that's a different one. That's over there. Because I believe there would be a real history as far as that goes. But we'll leave that. But let's talk about defense of the innocent. What would that mean? People, human beings, who never necessarily contracted for extermination or expunction. That would include perhaps euthanasia. Would that be tough? Ooh, that would be a tough one. The whole right to die. Ooh. Not sure about that. Let me just think about that one. Think about what would violate. What do you think would be violative in terms of that? Think about this. This is more of a discussion. What else? Charity. Helping the poor. Which side? Handouts? Well, that might be charity. This might be a tough one. This might be one that I think the Democrats might be able to say, well, I don't know. I'm not sure, because sometimes one could argue that certain forms of ostensible charity amounts to, in essence, enabling. It's a different thing altogether. Okay, what else is there? Respect for family. Respect for the institutions of family, pride, respecting parents, helping the elderly, charity, beneficence, kindness, helping, reaching out to make the world, this place, better, charity, education, poetry, art. Who helps more? Not gratuitous help, actual help. Who incorporates more the notion of religion into campaigning? Who speaks more? This is a hands down obvious. Who speaks more as to the sanctity and the glory of religion, irrespective of which particular type? And we can argue with that, but let's just be very, very generic. Who? You can always tell when you're in a Republican neighborhood. You know how? You know why? American flags. You don't see American flags on Democrats' lawns. Isn't that something? You see other flags, other signs, BLM, trust the science, that kind of thing. Hate doesn't belong here or something like that. But it's very interesting. But when it comes to God, when it comes to religion, when it comes to faith, you've got to ask yourself that question. And I think the case could be made, irrespective of what you might believe, between Democrats and Republicans. How do you think God would feel about certain things of the sanctity of identity? How do you think God would handle things like, for example, just saying gender? gender that is determined by nature, birth? How do you think that would work out? How does God feel about the way we treat mentally ill? What would God think about the way we handle charity in terms of health care? Ooh, that could be tough. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. When you add it all up and you turn to, and again, please do not think I'm being in any way blasphemous. I am not, but it's an interesting thought experiment. If the case were to be made, and you said, God, you have one case, one choice, Democrat or Republican, no libertarian, no non-committal, no independent, which one would it be? I think one could say, and the case could be made, without a doubt. Not that it's perfect, not that this particular, this allegory or algorithm, this thought experiment is perfect, but I think the case could be made very, very, very clearly, very easily, that God is a Republican. What do you think? Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Think about it. I want to know what you think. Put your thoughts and comments below. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video. And also make sure you hit that notification button so you're aware of new videos and live performances and the like. And whatever you do, please, I ask you respectfully, comment as you see fit.